GL in Bunyip, VK3 EKH returning. Thanks, Gray, for the report. No, look, I'm unaware of any lip sync problems. I should be pretty right in that area. All my videoing is contained in this area, so there shouldn't be a problem. So if anybody else has reported lip sync issues, let me know. Not that I can probably do anything about it, but it's not normally a problem, so it should have been okay. But anyway, interesting stuff. It may be because I've redone a reinstall of vMix, and it's got something happening here. I don't know. All right. No, I'm not going up to Heathcote. I haven't been up there for quite a few years now, and I'm certainly not planning on heading up tomorrow. Certainly with the way the weather is at the moment. So no plans up there. Otherwise, I would have mentioned that in the beginning. Anyway, thanks, Graham. Across to you there, Steve. VK3SBX, VK3 EKH.
VK3EKH. This is VK3SBX. Okay, clear. Yeah. I was a little bit distracted today because I was kind of watching some lightning, and I just wondered it was going to come in my direction. So I disconnected the antenna, which I've obviously reconnected again for this, since there doesn't seem to be anything closer than about 30 or 40 kilometres. But I'll probably disconnect it again afterwards, as I think we're in for some pretty wet weather tomorrow, and goodness knows what else. Yes, interesting stuff as usual. The 104 Galaxy pictures are pretty stunning, aren't they? And interesting all about the pulsar and the Crab Nebula. It'd be good if you could do that with the dish up at Leon Mao site. I guess, I don't know whether it works the same way as optical astronomy, in that with the sort of software we have now, we can do so much better than you might imagine with amateur equipment, compared to professional stuff and humongous antennas and what have you. Humongous telescopes and what have you. So it'd be interesting to know. In regards to the Discord, I did watch Discord for most of the time, therefore, and I don't see a problem with the Discord for what it's worth, Clint. So, yes, it seems to be okay from my point of view. Anyway, thanks for the broadcast, Clint, and we'll see you again soon. VK3EKH, VK3SPX.
Yeah, thanks, Steve. You're not planning on heading up there tomorrow?
Yeah, Nick, I haven't been there for a long time either, Clint. I did meet you up there about 4 years ago. You've probably forgotten now. You showed us through the radio room there and what have you, long before the disc was operational. So you've probably forgotten that.
Yeah.
But, I'm not going up there. I've got to go back to Melbourne tomorrow, as a matter of fact. Anyway, thanks very much, Clint. VK3SPX, clear.
Yeah, no worries, Steve. VK3SBX, VK3 EKH. Yeah, I know of one other chap that's foregone going up there as well. If they get any reasonable rain up there, and it's known to occur, they'll get some flooding occurring. That little creek that runs past the radio astronomy site overflows very, very quickly, and you can get a fairly good raging torrent. It virtually covers the base of the dish is often flooded out as well if there's enough water, and obviously it takes a bit of time to disperse, so hopefully it won't be that bad up there tomorrow, but it will make the ground very soft and muddy as well. Anyway, again, like I said at the beginning, I wish the guys all the best tomorrow. I hope they'll able to pull off the event one way or another, because there's bound to be a few folks that'll go up there tomorrow for sure. All right, thanks, Steve, and the report on Discord as well. Jack Shepparton, VK3TJS, VK3EKH.
VK3 EKH and the group. This is VK3TJS. Good evening to you, Clean, and great to all the guys that checked in to the broadcast. And pretty good broadcast tonight. Your signal kind of varies between 59 plus 20, but towards the end of it, and now it's about 30 over, so it's great. And I was probably like Steve SPX, we had a storm coming through Shepparton, and I was just thinking, I should probably pull down 10 hours or something, whatever. But I kept listening, and a lot of crackling and stuff, and heavy rain, and I don't know whether it still rains, but it was just, a lot of water around, so I'm going to have a look when we finish that. So, yeah, no, it's good broadcast. Thanks a lot for running it, and, you'll deserve the holiday for sure, after 20th of December, and I'm sure you enjoy it. So, thanks a lot. Have a good night, and also to everyone as well. And catch up with you next time. VK3KH, and this is VK3TJS 73.
Yeah, thanks, Jack. VK3TJS, VK3EKH. Yeah, I'm just looking at the lightning activity over Victoria right now. It's certainly a lot of it over central Victoria, over Heathcote, as I speak, and yeah, so it's pretty full on, isn't it? I don't blame you. I think already early this week there was a local thunderstorm that went overhead, and I disconnected everything. I just wasn't gonna risk it. So my antenna patch penalty, I had all the cables out. Better to be safe than sorry. Anyway, thanks, Jack. Good signal. You're 15 over, so not a problem hearing you. All right, Greg, VK3 Delta X-Ray. Good evening, VK3 EKH.
Yeah, good evening, Clint. VK3 EKH, and good evening to the other boys, Graham and Steve and Jack. And I missed the other ones. But anyway, all good signals. Yeah, you were about 20 over there tonight, Clint. You did pretty well for the sound of things with all the troubles you had. So you got it all together and you put on a good night, mate, as you always do. Yeah, the Heathcote site there, that's one of the plans to get up there at some point. It's on me bucket list, you might say. Years ago, I used to work up and around that area, and we used to go down to Heathcote, but that was for another reason. It was a drag race at mate. Something totally different. So, anyway, another story, another time, and you're over that there. We're into more, into amateur radio and that sort of stuff. All good. Good on you, Clint. Thanks for rolling that, mate, and good evening to all the boys there checked in. VK3 EKH, VK3 Delta X-Ray, Greg and Warrnambool.
Thanks, Greg. VK3 Delta X-Ray, VK3 EKH returning very good. And yeah, look, like I say, there's several events, or at least three main events that the society runs up at the Dark Sky site throughout the year, and I think all of them are generally open to the public when they get it all sorted out. So I think maybe the Messier Star Party is one that they don't. I'm not sure. Can't remember. It's too long ago. And also I forgot to mention, Steve. No, I can't remember catching up with you that time. It's too many years ago now. Yeah, I was all fired up and enthusiastic. Was overwhelming at the time. So those were the days, is all I can say. If I had the money and the acreage at my end, I would probably still be doing a little bit of my own radio astronomy from just a personal approach, setting up radio telescopes and stuff. I really would like to. The one thing I would like to get set up is a Jove, a radio Jove receiver for observing decametric emissions from Jupiter. I always found that an interesting thing to do. So, but you do need a quiet RF location for that to really be successful, and ideally you need two Radio Jove receivers separated by kilometres for it to work. But that's another story. I digress. Thanks, Greg. Next station, I think it's Jim. VK3OX. Welcome to the Friday night session, Jim. We haven't heard you for such a long time. I trust you are well. VK3OX, VK3EKH. When you gotta go, you gotta go. You there, Jim? VK3OX, VK3EKH. Looks like he's got to go. Jim is an old member, a very old member of the ASV. He's been around for quite some time, and used to be an editor of a well-known publication in his professional capacity and a variety of other things, He's been on the council for ASV over the years, participating in events and done lots of written stuff for the magazine. He's quite well known in the ASV circles, and he contacted me just on email a few weeks ago. I'm wondering if I was still doing the ASV broadcast, and I said, well, yes. So he was going to try and make an appearance, which he did, but he looks like he's had to go, so that's fine. It's a late. It makes for this doing it this time of the night makes it very late for everybody, so I understand that. Anyway, Jim, if you're in earshot, thanks for checking in, and you're more than welcome to call in next week. Now, the last station on the list here was Dallas, VK5 Whiskey Alpha, VK3 EKH.
YouTube, I got about 20 seconds delay, 20 seconds delay, all running finally. As I say, I can never find the click on point. I can see it there and all that, but I go down the servers, eventually I'll find a video. So, terrible this time, but I watch this stream every time we click back in up on YouTube. On the Discord page, so I find it really confusing still. But anyway, great. And eventually got the Discord going too, which is highlighted that I needed to be picked to call in at the end of the 20 seconds. So all good, all received well, and fascinating the pulsars, and with software you should be able to certainly correlate time delay signals and make a sound file, so it would be fun, and there's no end to what you can do with software, really. Certainly something continuous like that. They're probably using it as a timing source, better than an atomic clock apparently, so fascinating stuff. But anyway, catch you next time, VK5 Whiskey Alpha.
Thanks, Dallas. VK5 Whiskey Alpha, VK3 EKH returning. Just a little bit tricky to hear what you were saying. The lightning crashes did make it a little bit hard, but note that that you were viewing on the YouTube. The modem did fall over, as Graham pointed out. 3GL, the image froze just as I started doing the callback. It decided to play up. It's hanging in there now, though. I've got YouTube up and running again, and Discord should be up and running again. So the videos are there, but for some reason, we know why. The RF gets into the modem, and of course, occasionally the ATV repeater here in Melbourne likes to keep dropping out too. So that's out of my control, that one. Anyway, all right. Thanks, Dallas. You were talking about timing. I'm not sure if that was related to the pulses, pulsar timing. There has been some discussion that because of the accuracy of pulsar timing, that there's a way of being able to manipulate or use that in some fashion. So yeah, I think. I don't know. Look, I've read something where they're I can't recall right now, using the timing, the pulsar timing from three or four different pulsars, and using it for some purpose. I can't quite recall what it is right now. But anyway, yeah, they're pretty unique objects in the universe, and they're broadband in nature. But I think with the enough collecting area, radio telescope wise, what we can detect is just amazing. And of course, the Parkes radio telescope almost holds the record, I think, for the maximum number of millisecond pulses that it's been able to detect. So given that the Parkes radio telescope is just one telescope, its resolution capability on the sky is quite good to be able to resolve millisecond pulsars that are pretty well parked close to each other. There are places where there's a multitude of pulses that are quite close to each other, but these pulses are weak. You know, you really do need an antenna the size of Parkes and bigger to collect these really weak signals. So, yeah, really is amazing. I mean, some of these pulses, millisecond pulses, they rotate so quickly that they actually produce a tone in the speaker of their receivers. It really is quite remarkable. Anyway, that's another story. All right. Is there any other stations wishing to check in tonight? This is VK3 EKH listening.
VK3 EKH, VK3 KIS.
G'day, Andrew. Have a say.
Good evening, Clinton, all on the group. Yeah, just want to touch base and see if I'm actually able to get out and whether my system is working as designed. So I'm putting about 40 watts out on the 2000. Yeah, the audio this evening was quite good actually, and I'm not sure if my ears are changing as I age, but there's been quite a few lightning crashes, or static crashes, whatever the correct term is, but nothing to really block you out, so good on you for doing that. In the new year, I think I'm going to try and see if I can get out to the dark sky side as well, now that I've got the transport sorted out. So maybe we'll see you at the VK3 EKH, VK3 KIS 73, thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Andrew. VK3 KIS, VK3 EKH. You're around about basically 5 and 9, peaking